Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. So I've got 8 here. I'm gonna jump right in. You're gonna see I wore a ton of the fragrances from my unicorns list because there were just a lot of them that I had not worn in a long time, and I was like, I'm just not gonna put them away until I wear them. So I'm gonna start with this one here. This is the Dior Miss Dior Cherie. This is the 2005 formulation. I do have a tester bottle. This thing was completely slammed full when I bought it, maybe like 6 or 7 years ago now, I picked this up. And I've put a pretty big dent in it, which I love because, oh gosh, it's so fantastic. It's just, this smells like the early 2000s to me. I mean, truly, or I should say like the mid 2000s. It just smells like, it smells like gauchos and R&B, and yeah, that's what it smells like. Low-rise jeans, leggings were starting to come in. That's what it smells like to me. I absolutely adore this. This is like strawberry and patchouli and musk, and it's got a caramel popcorn note in it. It's really easy and sweet and youthful smelling, and I absolutely adore this fragrance. I will have this in my collection for the rest of my life. Dior perfumes are known for just aging beautifully, and I have a bottle of Dior Poison from 1986 that still smells perfect. So I think as long as I store these correctly, they will just age beautifully. This perfume is 20 years old at this point, this bottle is, and it's still perfect. So anyways, that is the first one I wore, Miss Dior Cherie from Dior. This one, I think I was able to put something else on in the evening of the day that I wore this. So it had kind of worn off enough by the evening that I did spray something else on. So anyways, yeah, Miss Dior Cherie 2005 formulation, OG. Okay, next I wore my Giorgio Armani C Le Parfum. This is like a sweet blackcurrant and amber perfume. It's light, it's smooth. And when I say light, I mean it's light as far as ambers go. This isn't like a heavy, dusty amber. It's like a sweet, smooth amber. The blackcurrant is so prominent. Yeah, the blackcurrant is just so prominent in this that it can't really smell like a traditional, like musty amber. It's really smooth and beautiful, and I absolutely adore this. This smells beautiful on me. This is just one of those fragrances that just meshes so well with my skin chemistry, and thankfully still does, because I don't think that I've worn this since I kind of have had a skin chemistry change. So yeah, it's just perfection. I'm so glad that I have this bottle. This is another one. I've had this for, I think I bought this in 2017 or 2018. So I've put, a pretty decent sized dent in it since I've had it. This is one that I will cherish though, because it's discontinued, not super easy to find. And it's beautiful. To me, this and Sea Fiori were the two best fragrances from the C line, but I do think that out of all of them, this is the best one, hands down, that they have ever made. So that is Giorgio Armani C Le Parfum. Okay, next I pulled out this fragrance here. This is Stella McCartney's Stella Nude. This is a perfume that you just don't ever even hear anybody talk about. This is beautiful. This is like Stella, but with a really beautiful, warm, sweet, like musky musk note in it. It's beautiful. It's like similar to Stella. You definitely get the Stella scent profile in it, but with this really beautiful, clean, really kind of like soapy musk. It almost smells like bar soap. It's beautiful. This is another one that is just beautiful on my skin. It smells like clean bar soap on me. I love this fragrance. This is one that you would have to pry out of my cold dead hands because I would never part with this. I could not believe it when I found it. I found this on Mercari. It's been years and years ago, but I was just browsing and it just popped up and I can't tell you how fast I bought this when I saw it, because even back then when I found it, this was not an easy one to find. I think it was, I don't know, at one point I was really determined to like get all of the Stella perfumes that I could. This was before, I think this is before they were discontinued even. But I have just always been such a lover of Stella that at one point I was trying to get all of the Stella perfumes that I could find. So when I found this, I was just like, oh, I was so excited, and yeah, it's a beauty. So anyways, that is Stella Nude. This one, sorry, Stella McCartney, Stella Nude. This one's very, very long lasting. This is one that like you're gonna smell like this until you wash it off. Okay, next I wore my Lush Rentless. I have this one out because I'm gonna send a decant of this to my beautiful friend Jacqueline because it is a stunner. I love this. This is like patchouli and tonka and grapefruit oil. It's a super, super unique patchouli. I've never smelled anything like this before. And I absolutely love this. This has been discontinued, so I do kind of hoard this bottle, but it's really, really strong. It's a very potent fragrance, so you really don't need to spray much on, and you will smell like this for 24 hours. I smelled like this until I washed it off. It is fantastic. I love this fragrance so much. One of my favorite patchouli fragrances like on the market, hands down. It's just so unique smelling because of the really, really heavy dose of grapefruit, and I think it's like grapefruit oil. It's got patchouli oil, labdanum resinoid, tonka absolute, grapefruit oil, anise, coumarin, eugenol, geraniol. Yeah, but anyways, because it's got such a hefty dose of grapefruit oil in it, it completely transforms the patchouli into something else. It's not a medicinal patchouli, and it's not a like earthy hippie kind of patchouli. It's completely like in its own category. It's so amazing. I love it. I love it so much. So anyways, that is Lush Rentless. Okay, next I wore this. This is my El de Lolita from Lolita Lempicka. I just have a rollerball of this, and this is kind of a strange situation because this is not perfume in it. It's like an oil, but it's a very, very lightweight oil. That really, sorry, my dog, she decided to come for a visit. Yeah, it's a very lightweight oil that almost like, it doesn't feel like an oil when you put it on your skin. It almost feels like you're rubbing perfume on. It's like it immediately sinks into your skin. It does not last that long in this formulation, whatever this like strange oil is. It doesn't last a long time on the skin, so I was able to wear something else the day that I wore this. In fact, I think I put this on the evening that I wore the Cherie. Because you're only gonna get like an hour out of this maybe. And you guys will see, I'm gonna film an updated wish list video today. And you'll see I've got I want a bottle of the spray version of this because I just feel like the spray version is gonna last longer and be better. I love this fragrance though. People compare this to Lyra. I actually like this better than Lyra, and I think this came out before Lyra, so it was kind of duping this. This is such a stunning fragrance though, and yeah, I really need to find a spray bottle of this. So anyways, that is El de Lolita from Lolita Lempicka. Okay, next I wore this beauty. My beautiful friend Jacqueline sent this to me. This is the Jovan Island Gardenia, and it's funny, she tried to send this to me one time before, but it like, for whatever reason, they didn't deliver it. It just, I don't know, the mail can be so frustrating. But anyways, she ordered it again and sent it to me, and I love this. This to me is like the Golden Girls in a bottle. This is like bougie Florida, bougie, like older women that have grandchildren that live in like the cold north, but they are retired in like an amazing retirement community somewhere in Florida. They spend their days riding around in golf carts and like playing cards. That's what this smells like in a bottle. This is gardenia, but this is like gardenia circa 1985. This is like the warmest hug from your grandmother that lives in Florida. That's what this smells like. I'm obsessed with it. I wore this yesterday. This, of course, has been reformulated, but I smelled like this, I mean, indefinitely. I smelled like this until, I mean, easily until I went to bed. I don't remember being able to smell it this morning when I woke up, but I smelled like this all day for at least 12 to 14 hours. It's crazy. And it was pretty warm yesterday. That's why I wore it, because it got up into the 70s yesterday, which I was super excited about. So I was like, heck yes, it's perfect weather to wear my new Island Gardenia, and I love it. This is like an old school, really smooth gardenia. This is what gardenia used to smell like before they started coming out with those really like photorealistic smelling gardenias. This is like warm 80s drugstore gardenia. It is perfection. I love this. It makes me so happy. I will rock this all summer because it's just perfection. It really does remind me of like the Golden Girls. So anyways, that is Jovan Island Gardenia. It is so good. Next, I pulled out my Armani Code. I have not worn this in forever. This is the original formulation. You can tell because it's got the black flowers on the bottle. This is one that I've been afraid that it's gonna go off. Like for years, I've been afraid of this going off, and it's not going off. It's still perfect. It still smells perfect. This is such a beautiful, like sweet, syrupy, smooth orange blossom scent. It almost, yeah, it's like orange blossom and vanilla. It's really smooth, sweet. It ended up smelling very similar to the original Roberto Cavalli fragrance on me. It's gorgeous. It was maybe a little too warm the day that I wore this. Sometimes orange blossom doesn't smell great on me if I wear it in the heat. I really need to wear fragrances like this in the colder weather, or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it was too cold. I can't remember because I'm gonna have to pull out my Roberto Cavalli fragrance. Anyways, it's a beauty. I love this one. This is one that I'm really happy to have in my collection because even this original formulation never used to perform well on me. The new formulation is just abysmal as far as performance goes, and even this one used to be pretty bad. But I guess just because it's so old and it's aged so well, this lasted forever on me. I was able to smell this for at least 10 hours. Like it was super, super long lasting, which I really was not expecting. So anyways, yeah, there's that one. That's Armani Code. I love it. And then last but not least, on one of the really cold days earlier this week, I pulled out my Dior Midnight Poison. I try to wear this at least once a year because, you know, I just need to give it some love. I love this scent. This is the most beautiful rose and patchouli scent. It's like a jammy rose, kind of like a sweet jammy rose and patchouli. It's a super dark perfume, but it's got a beautiful cleanliness to it. So it's like dark, but light at the same time, if that makes sense. It's like the rose and the patchouli is dark by nature, but there's something really light and clean smelling about it, and it's beautiful. It smells really, really good on me. This is one of those fragrances that just smells really, really good on me. I wish I could get my hands on a bottle of YSL L. I think my friend Jacqueline sent me a decant of it at one point, and I think I compared it to Midnight Poison, and they were very, very similar. I do think there were some differences. I feel like L is maybe just a touch bit like woodier or something, if I remember correctly. But I remember them being very, very similar. So yeah, love this. This is a little gem in my collection that I adore, and I'm super happy to have. This is a very, very long lasting perfume as well. This one, I was able to smell this for at least 12 hours. It's such a good fragrance. So anyways, that is Dior Midnight Poison. And that is going to be it, guys. Those are all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.